have them. Right. Here they come. Archers, ready! Let's fly!
This is the way it always is. The people of Asteria, a once peaceful land, now live in constant fear of attack by mystical, malevolent beasts. To defend themselves against these evil creatures, the Asterians formed an army and fought back. But now, even in the town of Minia, protected behind thick castle walls, the people grow weary of the constant struggle. Their spirits sag with uncertainty, and in their hearts grow the seeds of despair.
Yudo Igatia. Yudo Igatia isi mei kanchu. Ihansa dodo. Igote. The time is upon us. A brave soul comes.
Well now, so that's the port of Promarok. Great!
Fresh fish! Get your fresh fish! Fresh fish here!
Get your fresh apples here.
Oh, I'd like some clams too. They look absolutely
Wait on some special day.
Oh, yes. I'll take 3. We snapped. Oh, yeah. Did you hear that? Oh, my God.
Right here! Get your biggest prawns on those. Lambs and mussels. Fresh in there.
Hello? Oh, good morning.
That it is. What can I do for you?
If you please, sir, I'd like a room for the night.
That'll be 30 deniers for the room. If you want meals included, it'll be an additional 5 deniers for dinner and breakfast.
I'll take the meals too, okay?
Very well. Now then, your name?
My name is Otto, sir. Otto Kristen.
Never met anyone hereabouts with a name like that. If you don't mind my asking, where you from?
I come from a small village in the far eastern reaches. I've been traveling for quite a while now.
Ah, a traveler, huh? Well, wherever it is you're going, since you've come to the port of Promarok, you must be planning on a sea voyage to get there, am I right?
Yes, sir. I want to go to Asteria.
Asteria, you say? Here it is. Now, almost every one of the men who work the docks come here to eat, and they know how to get just about anywhere by sea. Ask for a skipper named Mr. Norton. If you want to go to Asteria, he's the one you should talk to.
Uh-huh.
What I don't understand is why you'd want to go to a place like that. If I were you, I'd start thinking about going someplace else.
Asteria. During my travels, I heard that across the sea there was a land that had been overrun by evil beasts. A place called Asteria. Hmm? What's that? Excuse me, are you Mr. Norton?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. My name is Adel Kristen, Mr. Norton. I'm glad you're here. You see, the owner of this place said that you were the one who could answer my questions about Asteria.
You want to know about Asteria? Why? Why would you want to know about a place like that?
Well, because I want to go there.
You're kidding me, right? You must be.
You think this is some kind of joke? I'm dead serious. I want to go to Asteria.
Hold on, calm down, all right? Look, I don't know why you want to go there, and I don't care. There's no way for you to get there. I don't know of a single boat that'll go anywhere near the place.
Huh? But why not?
Young man, you've got a lot to learn. Once I get through telling you what I know about that place, you just might change your mind about wanting to go there. Asteria has become a cursed country, but it didn't used to be. In the past, it was a rich land, thriving and prosperous, that produced large amounts of silver and other metals. The Asterians were also our closest neighbor.
Good evening, everybody, and
Good
welcome.
evening.
How is it going?
It's a going. It's a going.
Hopefully everyone was enjoying the Ease anime there.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
Tonight we are joined by our good friend Drew Littrell, who is kind of local to me, and he is the one who gave me the really awesome Phoebe Saturn, and he's joining us tonight because he is in the running for taking over the. Is it like taking over the Ben Heck show?
Okay, well, yeah, I'm Drew Littrell, and essentially I'm part of this competition called the Hack Like Heck competition. And for those of you that don't know Ben Heckendorn, a.k.a. Ben Heck, I describe him as like one of those proto-nerds on the internet, you know, that was out there posting stuff about retro consoles back in the late 90s. You know, just spreading information and helping us learn more about these old consoles. And he was out there modding stuff like the Atari 2600. And he's got a YouTube channel that he's had for a long time. And he's sadly going to give it up this year. You know, and the company that sponsors him, element14.com, is looking for a replacement. So this could potentially be somebody's full-time gig. Mm-hmm. Wow. And we're just looking for I'm just looking for people to just at least get interested in all the projects that are out there, because there's some really, really killer projects.
Mm-hmm. Let's go. How long has it been going on for?
Voting started this week. So basically, you know, the contest was announced a month ago or so. We had 2 weeks to actually build our projects and film the video, all that kind of stuff. And then essentially the Maker Film Festival has been going on since the, I want to say the 4th. So tomorrow is the final day for voting. So
okay.
That is where hopefully some of your audience comes in, just to take an interest in this stuff, because I want everybody to be a modder.
Yeah. We wish we could be.
I know.
I mean, we probably could be.
No. You know your way around a soldering iron. Try. Okay. Don't act like you don't.
I fixed a Game Boy's loose solder joints on the screen. That was
baby steps.
Yeah. I reversed the tantalum capacitor in my Super SD System 3 last week.
We have another modder in the making.
Well, you know, maybe if I wasn't making videos all the time, I would learn another skill.
Well, that's the best thing. You can do both. And then the videos can take 10 times as long to film.
Yeah.
That's great.
Troy, do you want to, Drew, I think, pasted a link. Do you want to paste that in the chat for if people would like to go and vote for him? Do they have to sign up for anything to do it?
I think the easiest way is look at all the projects. There's a few of them out there. And at the individual pages where you watch the video, all you do is click on, you know, the share buttons down there, you know, on your social media of choice, be it Twitter, you know, Instagram, or, you know, if you're one of those Facebook people, and you just, you know, those votes will be counted up that way. That's the easiest way. And if I may, I have some picks that I think some people may find interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike G's, his project was just really impressive. Essentially, he took the Raspberry Pi portable format and desoldered everything to make it nice and flat, and it actually fits inside of the profile of a Nintendo Switch. And then the Joy-Cons themselves have become the controllers because, Raspberry Pi 3 has Bluetooth. And then he took it a step further with adopting the theme for Emulation Station that looks exactly like, you would expect the Nintendo Switch home screen to look like, which I just thought was, was just a really nice package. And Mike does some really detailed soldering work. So, shout out to him. And also, Matthew Ergel's video, you can tell that he's been a long-time Ben Heck fan because his video really adopts the old school Ben Heck format. So that was really nice to see. But I got to give it up to my man Shockslayer because his project was super ambitious. He takes a Nintendo Wii motherboard and he has cut it down to its just essential size, to where it fits in a Wavebird controller.
Wow.
And he's got a portable Nintendo Wii system that is the size of a GameCube controller.
Wow.
And he's got, I think I want to say like a 7-inch screen on top of it. If you've been into, console modding before, you've probably heard the name. There's a reason why. That guy's super talented. But, again, you don't have to vote for me, though it is highly encouraged.
Duke, do I sound better now? Is my voice even with everybody else? Hopefully it is. Maybe I need to go a little louder. But I mean, in celebration of this, I'm going to play a bunch of hacks tonight, and I generally don't really play hacks, so I don't know what to expect. Like a lot of times it's just like taking characters from one game and put it into another. But I mean, they've always been kind of like inessential to me. Like it's like, oh, I'll check this out. Oh, this one's it's kind of neat. Or like this is like such a stupid idea. They made the characters like Beavis and Butthead or something like that. Like sometimes.
Yeah, what do they call them? What, Mugen games?
Yeah. I always thought it was like Mugen, but it's probably Mugen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that's what I have my my EverDrive loaded up with ROMs from the Smoke Monster ROM pack, and we're just gonna go and see what we got.
All right,
let's do it.
There's a lot of them here.
A stream is a good environment to try out stuff that normally you would completely ignore.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know where you're starting.
Well, I'm going to start with the
I'm a big
Streets of Rage 2.
fan.
Castlevania Bloodlines Enhanced. How do you enhance Castlevania Bloodlines?
I don't know. But I'm going to start
probably like that one we were talking about earlier, the Harmony of Dissonance patch that the Palette of Dignity. It's probably just a color palette update.
I'm going to start with the Streets of Rage one that you were talking about. The Extreme, Streets of Rage 2 Extreme.
I know they really missed out on starting Extreme with an X.
So this is the 2002.
I bet. I mean, it looked like there was just tons of Streets of Rage for the whole series. Like, I mean, obviously there's a lot of hacks for 3 because of how different the American version was.
Oh, I gotta be this guy.
Ash. Yeah, he was censored in the American version because they thought he was just a little too controversial.
What's interesting? I played I played Streets of Rage 3 with. It was English, but otherwise it was the Japanese version.
Yeah, I mean, you could just. This hack essentially makes the knife the best weapon in the entire game because you can just keep going. You don't have that wind up like you have with the pipe, but it just speeds up the combat to make it feel like a little bit more of a modern game because the game came out in 1992.
Yeah,
you probably got people watching that were born after that.
You can go crazy with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, honestly, Streets of Rage 3 is actually a pretty good game when you play by the Japanese rules. Like, not I forget exactly what all they did to the American version, but they just like made it way more difficult, right?
It's a lot more difficult. There's some missing stages towards the end where you can kind of choose your own path a little bit. And they took out Ash, who we're seeing here, which is like a mid-boss in the first level.
Right, yeah. Because like I said, I think whatever hack was, I think it was
so
just
fast.
like Japanese version, but with English text.
Yeah. I actually have a physical cartridge of that one.
Okay.
So it's Bare Knuckle 3 on in English.
What I really liked about Bare Knuckle 3 was
The moves are great. Look at
was the the move that takes away part of your health.
Yeah, your special.
Like it's on like a cooldown. If you use it when the cooldown is refreshed, then you don't lose any health.
Yeah, it's a
That's
lot
like
better
always
system.
been a pet peeve of mine. Is the why would I ever use an attack that does that? Am I crazy or are the colors different in this version?
Yeah, if you hit up or down on the character select, there's a palette swap that you can choose. So you could be playing with purple people for all you care. So. It's just stupid. You can get them just stun locked, and you just slay them.
I love the running.
That's a lot of health bars too.
I know.
Yeah, it makes the real annoying enemies like the Blanca stand-in Zamza. It makes him, you can just breeze right through him in this, but it's just fun because it speeds up the game, and instead of taking like an hour to beat it in a playthrough, you can do it so much faster. So you can just relive all the levels real quickly. That's why I like it.
That kiss
It's
move
just dumb.
just took an entire health bar.
Yeah.
It's
In
pretty
record
fun.
Time. You didn't even lose a life, did you?
No.
Yeah. I usually like to set it on hard when I play this hack, just because it seems a little more fair.
I think probably the most fun part about it is how unfair it is. That's what makes it so
Yeah, exactly.
I like the butt stomp. It just kills him so quick. But the running animation is amazing. So Ash is in the Japanese version?
Yes.
Of 2.
He's of 3.
Of 3, okay.
He's a mid-boss in the first level. But have you guys ever played the Streets of Rage remake? It was that fan-made game.
It wasn't like Beats of
Rage. I think you
Rage,
played it
okay.
on Dreamcast. You played on original Xbox.
I do know what you're talking about, but I've never played it.
Yeah, it's a super cool thing. It's like a what if Sega kept making the series? A beat 'em up in 2018 probably doesn't make that much sense. Especially coming from Sega, who's so mobile focused today. But that when that hack came out, you're just like, wow, like this could be what Streets of Rage 4 is.
Is what's that series, like Fighting Force or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that supposed to, like...
Fighting Force was originally pitched as Streets of Rage 4. I think there's a prototype floating around there on the internet that has Streets of Rage character names.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Were any of the Streets of Rage people involved in it, or
no? It was I believe that was Core Designs, the Tomb Raider people.
Yeah,
that actually made those games. So it was pitched to Sega to do that. So I mean that of course was Saturn days for Sega. So I guess they were still a little bit less susceptible to letting some outside talent come in and handle one of their properties versus what they'd allow people to do today. with Sonic, that Sonic Mania game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy that thing exists.
I can't wait to play it. I've still never played it. But I will get it since it's physical. I think it's not coming until August.
Yeah, it's just hilarious. The 2 Sonic games came out in the same year. The one that Sega actually made ends up being the far inferior one,
Yeah.
Just let the fans pick a game, They know what they want.
Got him.
Yeah, you just karate. Yeah, you just don't knock him like that. He's toast.
Those jetpack guys were always some of the more annoying enemies, I thought.
Yeah. Well, now you can live out your power fantasy try and just steam right through them, The Extreme Edition.
So, this is the Smoke Monster pack that has like a bazillion Streets of Rage hacks.
Yeah.
There's dozens more on romhacking.net that aren't even included. That aren't. They're just the patches, so you got to do some patching yourself. But yeah, I'd say as far as Sega Genesis goes, Streets of Rage series and Sonic series are all in full effect. People tend to like those games, I hear. Yeah. But there's also
I'll pick something else.
There's some others. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Do you have the Sonic XL? Is that part of the pack? I always just
I'm
thought
sure
that was
Sonic series.
That was a real goofy one.
Is it Sonic 1 or which?
It is Sonic 1, but it's called Sonic XL.
Are there any like a Master System Sonic port to Genesis or anything like that? That'd be interesting.
Yeah. There was gosh, I think
Sonic XL.
Bob at Retro RGB may have a page about that, but there were ways that people were kind of porting Master System games to allow you to play them on Genesis that way, without using the power base converter, obviously. But there's some really interesting stuff that an American audience probably wouldn't be as familiar with because it was all NES over here.
Smoke Monster is directing you to what the
S2 XL. Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, that's the one I'm thinking of.
Okay, Sonic 2 XL. There it is.
Yeah, so that one's on there. Okay. Well, this one's kind of goofy. You kind of need a little bit of help going into it, but essentially, all the rings are now onion rings. Okay.
Sounds great.
You don't want to eat too many of the onion rings because Sonic will get fat, he will get slower, and he will just die eventually. So it kind of mixes up the gameplay a lot to where like you usually would want the rings, but now you just get a few enough to have your health.
Look at that gut. Look at that gut. He's gut.
Yeah, he starts getting a pot belly. And he just slows down to a crawl.
Oh, he doesn't jump as high either.
Yeah.
Oh.
So the object is to just get enough rings, not too many.
They don't really look any different at a glance, though.
Oh, I see.
You can't even spin to pop the monitor.
Look at the spin.
So this one's just goofy.
How do you once you get too fat, what do you do?
You usually try to just eat until you just keel over and die. Like that'll eventually happen. You probably got yourself in a bad spot.
Sorry, I'll just kill myself.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you would you'd lose weight if you.
Yeah, I think you can lose weight if you get going fast enough, but that's really hard to do once you get to a certain size.
He does. He puts on the weight pretty quick.
But yeah, now that you just got a few, now the strategy becomes avoid the rings, and that's so contradictory to how you're supposed to play Sonic. So
It's like there he is.
Throws in a wrench
I
to
see
everything.
this is the Sonic I can relate to right here. This is like the dad bod Sonic right here. Dad bod Sonic.
Yeah.
He can barely jump.
Oh, you could probably lose weight like bouncing off that spring down there.
Oh, he does that. He just
Oh, that was a bad idea.
look. He can't even move.
Yeah, I think you'll eventually just keel over. There you go.
It's pretty challenging though.
Yeah,
considering I
'cause,
can barely
it's a
make
totally
it anywhere in the
different
first
thought
level.
process. Mm-hmm.
I feel like you're not even trying.
Gotta get the sugar shoes.
Is that what they are?
That's what I always called them, the sugar shoes. But I'm sure they're called something different.
You can't even jump over the monitors. That's it. I can't even make it past the first act. I can't even imagine playing this entire game. Let's try it one more time though.
Yeah. It's super tough, but it's perfect for a segment like this.
Yes.
That's about it. It's a fun idea though.
So kind of the key is to get like one ring.
Yeah, just enough so you can, get hit and be okay. I mean, eventually you'll get to a critical path where the only way is through to get, all those rings. So.
Speaking of Sonic, John Linneman did a release today.
Oh yeah. But it's on Sonic CD.
CD analysis.
Yeah, but it was an article. I don't think it was a video.
Oh, the video. Okay, because I saw the article, but I didn't see the video.
Look at him. Oh, I lost the weight somehow. I don't know how it happened. I think I spun enough that.
Oh yeah, it's like all gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I like when he's like spinning like he's doing like a log roll.
There's like blood on his arms.
Oh, so the question marks make you lose the weight.
Okay.
I did it. Oh, John did do a video about it. Why it didn't show up in my subscriptions?
But I read the article.
Maybe it came out later on in the day, or maybe it came out yesterday. I just want to beat like the Emerald Coast or whatever it is.
You're just going through those rings like you want them.
Well, you don't have a choice for some of the stuff. Just gotta hope you get to the question marks. Wait, does it?
It's a thing of beauty.
look at him try to hide. When he tries to duck, look at him try to duck.
Oh gosh.
I'm just trying to kill myself.
Sometimes it's a little bit more difficult than you would imagine.
Oh, all right, something else. Let's see what we got here.
Are there any like Gunstar Heroes hacks of any kind?
Let's see. No.
I assume the color restore hacks are trying to get like closer to arcade versions.
Right.
Yeah, more or less.
And those, I think those are pretty cool. So there's a Chicky Boys color restore. I'm gonna try. I want to try Golden Axe, the color restore on Golden Axe.
Dynamite Heady delocalization. Wow, what was changed? I just got that game a few weeks ago.
So this is supposed to be closer to the... Well, they still didn't fix his axe, though. Might be the color restore, but they didn't fix his axe.
For shame.
But it's silver on the character select. Oh wait, no, it's silver here too.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh,
the
that's
arcade
right,
version,
that's
he
right,
has a
that's right.
golden
It's the
axe.
arcade version that has the golden axe.
Yeah.
Well, then, I would say it's still fixed.
Well, there's no way they could like put the arcade voices in here. Maybe they did. Maybe that was another one of the hacks. There was arcade voices hack.
Do you what position do you have the brightness switch on your cable? Because I feel like it's rather bright looking. I think.
There we
go. But maybe it's just.
But it might be the. I mean, that's off. I don't know. Is it supposed to be on or off?
Switch it again. That. I feel like that looks better.
It does look better, but
I'm not sure which systems are supposed to have it on and which ones are supposed to have it off, to be honest. Or is it a master system thing?
Yeah, I think master system is specifically to have it on.
Yeah,
the amp in that one's really low.
I think Nicholas Mueller is here in the chat room. He could probably tell you.
Yeah, what switch does the position have to be in for the Genesis 2? Which is what I'm playing on.
Why were you playing on the Genesis 2 again?
Just because I wanted to have the system close enough that I can just reset it from here instead of having to get up and go all the way over there every time I want to play a different game. So I'm using the like a Genesis 2 equipped with the Mega like the Mega Audio, whatever it is, like the Mega Amp, and using the HD Retrovision cables.
Nicholas Mueller says the darker setting.
Okay.
Is correct.
All right.
I thought it looked bright at first, but I thought it was just like the hacks doing color things. I had realized it was your people.
Golden Axe is absolutely one of my favorite Genesis games. That's like I need to get a non-Sega Classics version of Golden Axe, I think. Because the Sega Classics on the Genesis, just the box art's really bad. It's that box art within a box art.
Yeah. That's how my Revenge of Shinobi is. I feel like I've never seen a Revenge of Shinobi that wasn't Sega Classics.
Oh, yeah, well, I have one, but it's my favorite thing. I love to get them there.
I'm surprised they didn't do like a rehash for the Sega CD like they did for the first Streets of Rage, where they just added in those weird vocal samples. And that was, hey, look, it's a brand new game.
Wait.
Have you guys ever played those?
You mean
Streets of Rage 1 on that Sega CD compilation?
Yeah. I mean, this is on there too. Golden Axe is on there. It's on that same disc.
Okay.
But they removed the 2-player for some reason.
Yeah.
You think I would like Golden Axe, Coury?
Yeah, and you could. It's great co-op. I think it's an awesome game. Definitely one of my favorites.
How hard would you say it is?
Oh, you beat it easy in a night. Easy. Co-op especially, you will have no problem beating it.
Because, I've kind of always in my mind grouped it together with Altered Beast, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the idea of Altered Beast, but I don't love playing Altered Beast.
Yeah.
No,
Well, how
totally
about this? What if I went on eBay and bought a non-Sega Classics version? You can have my old version.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I'd take that deal.
Will you see what it costs?
Sure. Let's see.
Yes.
I want to check what
Uh,
this version looks like.
not the one with the Sega Classics cover. I mean, I'm guessing it's probably like $25, $30.
Well, here's one that's 40.
Really?
Here's one that has a poster, but no box, weirdly. But it's 20.
I'm surprised to hear even those numbers because I don't think there was much love in the collector scene for Sega Genesis to begin with.
Oh,
here's $25.
So then, is it in good condition? It seemed like it is.
And here's a 30. Let's see, 25. Yeah, I'd say that's looking like pretty like the cart. The cart looks very good. There might be a teensy bit of top label damage, but
I can always use the carts are the same between the two of them.
Oh, okay. The manual looks decent.
The manuals are the same too. So really, I'd only just be like probably swapping the box, and you'd be getting the cartridge and manual that's in it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. So I mean, there's plenty in the 25-ish range.
Okay. Let's see here. How about what?
I don't know why I find this so funny.
What?
There's this one that says rare golden axe first print ? Sega Genesis new factory seal. Starting bid is $100, but the first picture is like the blurriest picture I've ever seen in my life. I'm gonna drop it in the Skype chat. I just think it's hilarious.
So we're gonna play Aladdin Abu edition. I think you play as Abu the whole time.
Here,
what could be better?
In the Skype chat.
Yeah, well this seems pretty awesome.
I just think it's hilarious.
Except for it froze. I guess it doesn't work very well. Doesn't like to. I don't know if it's just the game.
Well, maybe you're doing it wrong, Coury.
Maybe I am. Let's try it one more time.
No, that picture's pretty poor, man. It's probably taken on one of those digital cameras that requires a floppy disk.
Oh, the Mavica.
Oh, baby. Now you're talking.
Nope.
That's some Sony tech right there.
Well, this hack doesn't work.
It's been a long time since I've seen Genesis Aladdin in action.
You don't have it either, do you?
No, I did very briefly when I kind of, I guess, inherited a Genesis collection, but then I ended up distributing most of it to other friends. But I kind of want to give it another try, though. I don't think I was in a receptive mood to it at the time, and like it looks amazing, but I didn't really like how it played.
So you're saying you're a Super Nintendo Aladdin guy over a Genesis guy?
You know, I always thought.
Them's just fighting words, try.
I know. And you know, the crazy thing is, I always thought it was like pretty split. Like I always thought it was like, you know, kind of 50-50, you know, Super Nintendo team, Genesis team. And I was shocked when Coury played the Super Nintendo one.
I'm wanting to hit start because I'm used to that.
Sometime last year, there was almost no support in the chat for the Super Nintendo version. I mean,
that surprises me, man.
Really, like, I can't. Why are you even playing this? But I mean, come on, like, Capcom Disney game? How bad could it be?
It wasn't Shinji Mikami. He had a lead role in that. So I mean, it's got good roots.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always down for a Capcom Disney game.
Oh yeah, yeah. But I was a Genesis kid, so totally biased in that regard.
Mega Man: The Wily Wars. I've never really played this.
Yeah, I think weird. This one was only available, digitally, because it was through the Sega channel. Yeah. It was the only way you could play it, and that's, man, that service was so ahead of its time. Like we're just now kind of getting back to that.
What do you think? There's things in Bomb Man's level in the background. Are they like buildings or are they trees?
Oh, I always thought they were buildings.
See, I always thought of them as like
control
robotic
towers.
Trees. How do you feel about this game, Coury? Is it weird?
It's pretty weird. When I played it on the Sega channel originally, I thought it was pretty cool. Because I thought it was like, sticking it to Nintendo. Like they don't just have Mega Man anymore. Because I love the Mega Man games. I was always kind of jealous about it.
Yeah, but didn't the DOS version come out before this one did?
The what?
The MS-DOS version, did that come out before this compilation?
Oh
did?
yeah, but I mean, I
mean, they're not at all comparable. I'm just saying,
I mean, it was a time like I had
solely a Nintendo exclusive, sure.
Doesn't this run at 30 frames?
It doesn't feel like it, but it feels slower in general.
I mean, maybe the hack adjusted it. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's dropped sync a few times, so the hack might be doing something weird with the refresh.
It's possible, yeah. Oh, the fact that maybe it's derived from the PAL version.
Yeah. There's a lot of slowdown.
Yeah.
It seems like a kind of a shoddy version, really, but
they put a slide in the first. There's a slide in the first game. That's kind of cool.
I feel like Mega Man's eyes are like too high up, like a pixel too high.
No, I mean it's not great, but I thought it was good at the time. But
I can totally.
It's not a great game. It's not a great version, I don't think.
It couldn't be worse than with the classic collection on GameCube and PS2 where they flip the buttons.
That's on the GameCube version. PS2 version is fine, but yeah. The GameCube version has A is shoot and B is jump. And the only reason I can think that happened, like other than just like an outright mistake, and how do you just make that mistake and ship it? But like my only thought is like they were thinking like, oh, like the GameCube is the A button's the big button. That needs to be your main action, and that's like shooting. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems to be screwing up a lot. Like the audio drops out and stuff.
Well, that's part of the fun of ROM hacks.
Exactly.
They're experimental.
So that one is, I guess it's just a save. It's EU SRAM, 60 hertz. Let's play some Metal Gear Solid. Let's play Metal Gear Solid Crackdown.
Okay.
Perfect. That's exactly what I was thinking, Coury. You read my mind.
I'm curious what the McDonald's Treasureland hack is.
Metal Gear Solid, and it's in the Crackdown font.
Because it's a kiddie game, or targeted at kids. I'm kind of afraid what could have possibly happened.
I like this game. This is a game that I should own, I feel like. I remember playing it in the arcade a lot. But I have not played it at home in a long time. I mean, it's sticking against the wall. I don't know if it's just added for this version or not. Oh, well, they didn't even try to make him like Snake or anything. His name is Ben.
Do you have a package of cigarettes? Is that one of your, start out items?
You'd think.
I'm out, man. Attention to detail. That's what it's all about.
That's cool. You can dodge bullets though that way.
Oh yeah.
So my friend Chris just sent me a text message. For those that don't know or that are interested, we put our Night Trap documentary on Amazon Prime, and it went up earlier today. So if you wanna watch it again
and give us a 5-star rating,
give us a 5-star rating.
That at least deserves a golf clap, gentlemen. Well done.
Well, it kind of takes a little bit more of it's a lot more hoops to jump through to get stuff on there.
Oh, I imagine. You got to prove that you're legit.
But I looked at through my TV Smart app and like the image thumbnail, like when you get on it, like it looks pretty good, and like I watched a little bit of it, and I thought the streaming quality was great.
We're gonna play Sonic Jam 6.
Sonic Jam 6, that sounds good. But have you guys ever experimented with I know you all edit on a 1080p timeline. Have you ever just exported a 4K file, uploaded that to YouTube, and see if you get any better results with your image quality?
I've thought about it, but it just seems like a lot of hassle.
It is an extra step.
Yeah. We do kind of want to start doing more videos, truly in 4K as well. This looks like the physics are quite interesting.
Yeah.
Was this developed in Brazil?
It wouldn't surprise me. He's inside the ground. You can still see his feet inside the castle.
I wonder what happens when you end the level on a 6. Like, do rings come out or something?
I like this image that shows up. It's like... What happens when I get... Oh, no, fire flowers do nothing.
Yeah, that image is just like so junky.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's super.
Yeah, there's weird, there's some of these hacks seem to have some weird sync issues.
Yeah, it's weird.
Like this one has like a lot of screen tearing, sort of, it looks like, and then it we get drop signals and stuff.
Let's see what else we got here.
What's Soul Edge or Soul Blade?
Soul Edge versus Samurai Spirits. So let's try that. Let's try Soul Edge versus Samurai. So that's like Samurai Showdown versus.
Yeah, I could be into that.
Final Samurai 5. This is kind of cool. They're just palette swaps. Well, no, like the original characters are notably worse looking. I feel like you gotta be. I always like Yukio.
Oh, there's Taki.
The music is so bad.
Is it supposed to be like Soul Calibur music or something?
No, it's like non-existent. It's just like noises. The names are slightly changed. It's not very good. I'll skip that one. That's why I put the system so close, because a lot of these are not amazing. We do you think Sonic and Crackers is? Let's try Sonic and
I
Crackers.
want to say that's a puzzle game, or maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Sonic and Crackers.
Oh, it's like Sonic and Knuckles, kind of.
Oh,
not
okay.
not like
I'm thinking
Sonic
of
and Knuckles,
something
but
else.
Knuckles Chaotix. It's like Knuckles
Perfect.
Chaotix. Like, it
Yeah,
has
is
the,
it? I mean, now you definitely can't ditch Tails. Perfect.
There's no sound effects though. Oh, Tails is stuck in the wall and I cannot get away. 27 seconds in, and I can't. Tails is stuck in the wall, off screen. I can't even do anything. No. I guess that's that.
Maybe it's time we get out of the S's.
Oh, it's a real prototype that's fixed for real hardware. Interesting.
Very cool.
Let's try Star Wars. It's another Glory Sun one. It's gonna be a shooter with Star Wars ships, probably. But actually, it's not even. It's just called Star Wars. It's just the title screen.
Oh, look, I mean, I gotta give him credit. Like, does more than I could do. Software's hard.
You know, I've always had a big soft spot for crescent moon explosions in games.
Oh yeah.
Seemed common in the 16-bit era.
Yeah.
Like, I don't really understand it, but it looks cool.
I mean, this is. I never played. It's based on Eliminate Down. I've never played the actual game though either. But I mean, this has nothing to do with Star Wars. Nothing.
The lack of low-pass filtering on that mega amp hurts my ears. Is he referring specifically to the sound in the Genesis 2 in
Probably,
general?
yeah.
Like, a lot of people ask us to do like sound videos, and I feel like we aren't enough audiophile enough to do that. But I do feel like it could be worth like it would be ambitious, but worth it if you could track down enough Genesis consoles to like really do like a sound comparison.
Yeah, because I mean, there's like 20 some revisions. I want to say, just in the Genesis family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there's only a few that people actually consider to have good sound.
I'm gonna try Road Rash 3 with Road Rash 2
grow
tracks.
up with, I think kind of that's all what we're trying to get back to is, how the things kind of you remember them sounding much more than kind of what they're presented with, right here.
Mm.
I don't know. At least that's almost like with me. It's like this weird juxtaposition of how you remember the games looking,
okay,
sounding versus what they actually are.
Ace, I had always suspected that you were the Ace, but it was not confirmed until now. You've been here every week too. I thought that maybe you were, but I was not sure.
I saw on that list a Rockman X3. I wonder how that is.
We'll try that next.
you know, the what you call it, the MSU1. There's an MSU1 hack that has Rockman X3 with Genesis style music,
Right.
which actually sounds kind of neat.
Yeah, I like it too.
I don't know, did you all see that the SD to SNES is supporting Super FX games
Yeah,
now?
it's huge.
Yeah. It only took the guy who did it like a few days, right?
Well, he did it really quick. I want to
Yeah.
say it was like a couple weeks at the most. But I mean, he had it like running really quick from when he started.
That's impressive.
Insane. Like it's just like it just makes you feel that could have happened years ago.
But I mean, that's incredibly like archaic and specialized knowledge. You know,
Right,
not just
but,
anyone's gonna
like,
know that stuff.
It's just kind of surprising that like the right person hadn't stepped up until so recently. I'm hoping the same guy maybe has interest in doing SA1 because I feel like if SA1 does get supported, I think I'll get an SC2 SNES mainly because I want to play the translation patch for Marvelous, which is an SA1 game.
Oh, right.
I know a lot of other people like to play like Mario RPG hacks and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's quite a few of those.
I mean, it would be fun to replay those games that you've already beaten with the MST1 sound. I don't think I would play through games that I've never played before that way. I mean, like RPGs especially, but I'd replay them like that.
Did they get Star Fox 2 working?
Yeah, Star Fox 2 is working.
That's super impressive.
Is it the official Star Fox 2 that came with the SNES Classic? Is that dumped?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was
Okay.
dumped.
Yeah, I mean that
real
happened
quick.
pretty quick, I think. Right?
Yeah. I don't want to see what Ronaldinho 98 International Superstar. International Superstar Soccer. But it's SOCKER. It's SOCC.
What's Rolling Thunder 3 Plus Max Edition?
I don't know. Let's try it.
You just skipped over Pokemon Stadium. I mean,
oh, there's really?
How did you skip
several
over
Pokemon
that? That
games
has
there.
to be the exact same game I'm thinking of.
Probably. You guys know though that there is, in fact, over 150 unique Pokemon.
Ooh, man. I don't
That's a
feel
lot.
like I can catch all them.
What gun do I want? I didn't realize you could. This maybe I'm gonna to go with the shotgun. Ooh, there's a melee. There's a knife. I never played Rolling Thunder 3. It feels much different from the other ones, but I don't know if it's just the max edition.
I've always thought like the tall, slender character designs in these games were like, I mean, it's different, I guess. Like it's something about like the speed that you move. I don't know. I've never played them, but they look awkward.
See, I love how they look. Oh, you can...
I mean, it's unique. It's interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong. But I've always thought that they looked strange to play, but I've not played them. So.
It's all about style. You know, I mean, look at the way he jumps over the rail. It's all style.
Absolutely. I love the way he jumps over it. I played the first one a lot in the arcade. And I always liked the jumping over the rail. I got the auto now. How do I use it? Oh, there we go.
So what is the hack here exactly?
I don't know. I don't know if it's this machine gun that I have. I don't know. Some of them are so like vague. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing though: is Rolling Thunder is nowhere near as good as the second one, which happened a lot. I feel like with Genesis games, they kind of had a really good entry, and then the second game in the series was never, or the follow up to the really good version was never nearly as good.
Any other examples?
Golden Axe. I mean, I could probably look through it. I think Sonic 2 wasn't nearly as good as the first one. Let's see. I mean, I could look through the list here.
Check out Pocket Monsters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess another one is a lot of people think that NHL hockey games stopped at 1994.
Well, 94 was...
There was no more hockey after 1994.
Oh, jeez, look at this.
Whoa, that's...
He's like... Pikachu's like full on throwing the Pokeballs.
Is this like a hack of anything, or?
No, I think this is like it seems like a unique game.
Those monkeys aren't those from something?
There can't possibly be a Pokemon that looks like that crab thing.
No.
Like, I fully understand that there is literally a garbage bag Pokemon. What's his name? Trubbish. Like, I have nieces and nephews. I'm up on the Pokemon, okay? I know a thing or two, but there's no way that there's one that looks exactly like that crab. Come on now. This is way too cheap.
There is just pretty much a plain crab Pokemon, but I don't think it looks like that.
Yeah, there's house keys. You know, there's a Pokemon that looks like house keys. So I guess nothing should surprise me at this point.
I don't know. I think this is a little bit more interesting than a majority of Pokemon games, at least to me. It is.
Yeah, you were probably too old for the first iteration.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was in my first year of college when
that would
Red
not
and
have
Blue
appealed
came out.
to you.
Yeah.
I was
better.
I was like on the older edge of people who initially got into it. Like I was kind of the target age, but like just the age where like a few of my friends were in it, but not very many.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas nowadays, though, I feel like it's okay to like Pokemon like at all stages of life because people grew up. People have never known it. There are people who have gone through high school and never known a time when it didn't exist. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like totally acceptable now, but I feel like at the time that Pokemon was just getting started in the US, like the perception was different. It was like seen as this obnoxious kids thing. But now people growing up like have a completely different perspective because it's just kind of this ubiquitous thing.
Yeah.
Ubiquitous.
Yeah, it's one of Nintendo's biggest franchises. Like it's bigger than Zelda, I want to say, a bigger seller.
Yeah, I mean maybe. I don't really know what sales are days.
Mm-hmm. I know when I was introduced into it, it was my friend's older brother, and they're like, I got this game. It's from Japan. It's like, oh man, look at this thing. Because, Game Boy Color was, the system of choice because it was so cheap, Perfect thing for a kid to have. Shut him up in the back seat. And it was this game that just went on and on and on the way that most Game Boy games didn't. So, I played the Gen 1, but, it was... that was enough Pokemon for me. I got the full experience. I caught them all.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, I think I was actually in my second year of college because it came out a year after Final Fantasy VII, I think.
Mm-hmm. That sounds about right.
So I was in my second year.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 98. The 98 would have been my first year of high school.
That's crazy. Let's see here. The Adventureland Restoration. How about Mahjong Lover?
Oh man, I think you're flirting with fire if you're going for the McDonald's one, man.
Oh wait, have you?
That is, to me, that just has penis art written all over it.
Well,
I mean,
it's
what
the
else
restoration.
Could it be? Exactly, somebody's restoration. You know what the internet's like. You've been there before.
Well, let's look at some of the more the curated stuff here. How about a Crude Buster? Barone Arcade Color. Okay, so a lot of these are just like color fixes and stuff. Oh, you were talking. There's Mega Man, right? There's a Mega Man X, or Rockman Extra. Let's try it.
Yeah. I want to see that.
I heard someone said it's really early.
It's like very incomplete, but it should be an interesting thing. I would imagine.
Yeah, and even just hearing it coming through a Genesis chip.
Yeah, there's really no music. Well,
well,
there is, but it doesn't play very consistently. Let's just pick a character. No, it doesn't look too bad. Oh.
Oh, it looks the part.
I can't get through this thing. Oh, I can just charge through it.
It's got borders because it's running in the Genesis's 320 mode for some reason.
Oh yeah.
I wonder why they would do that.
I don't know.
Unless they were like copying the Saturn version instead of Super Nintendo, but that wouldn't make much sense.
I wonder if there's any Master System hacks, because I have all the Master System stuff on here too.
Yeah.
There is.
Well, I guess what I was curious about was like Genesis ports of Master System games, but I'd be curious about Master System stuff too.
Master Mega Man. It's Wonder Boy and Monsterland hack. So let's try that.
Master Mega Man. I'm down for that.
Oh, it has the Genesis controller problem.
Oh yeah. This game does. That looks pretty cool though.
No, is that alleviated if you use like a third-party controller?
And if you just use a 3-button, it should work. It's just
no. It's bad with a 3-button controller too.
Oh really?
Because I prefer the 3-button controller. Yeah, it doesn't work. I had to get a Master System controller just for that game.
Oh really?
Yeah. If you let I'm
gonna play Master Smash Brothers, which is a Psycho Fox hack.
If you let Wonder Boy spin around like that, like eventually he just like falls off the screen and dies.
Well, it doesn't really look like he's using his sword.
So some shortcuts we're taking. Okay.
Oh, that's supposed to be his like extended punch.
Oh yeah.
The physics in Psycho Fox and Decap Attack are so weird, but I can't help but be fascinated by them whenever I try them out.
Did you buy Decap Attack?
I saw a copy. It was only in so-so shape. So like they had Dynamite Heady and Decap Attack, and I decided to just get Dynamite Heady.
That's a pretty good Zelda 2 Link sprite, though.
I mean, the color's a little weird, but
yeah, it's like Link's got a whole bunch of self-tanner on.
like I'm always weirded out by NES sprites that were originally designed without outlines, and then outlines are added. I don't know. Like some people much prefer the outline style, and I am indifferent to outlines. But it's just seeing those games that were originally designed without outlines. I see it with an outline added. I don't know.
Should I try some homebrew?
I don't know what it is about these games that I feel like in some ways they would maybe be kind of bad and obnoxious, but every time I play them, I'm like, this is interesting. Like I can't think of another game that really controls that way.
Oh, look at this. Oh, look at the FMV.
Sweet.
Playing on a real Genesis. Here we go.
How did
somebody in the chat did this before, I think.
Oh. Well, this is recent too, because we haven't had this trailer for that long.
It's great.
That's crazy. What was the color limitation on Genesis? What is it,
64 or
$64?
I think it's technically 62.
Okay.
Because it has something to do.
But
with...
I mean, it's obviously not millions that we have today.
But how many can be displayed at one time?
That's awesome. I'd seen this online, but it's an entirely different experience watching it actually on a Genesis.
Gosh, you're up there with Marc now.
I know.
You can make your video.
I'll do the Retro RGB one then too. This sounds really good too.
Oh, I feel like the Retro RGB one looks awesome. It's a better fit for the style.
Yeah, absolutely.
That looks amazing.
Oh, they did the Sonic Mania FMV intro. That's cool. Oh, the DuckTales FMV intro. The real Ghostbusters.
You won't find any objections from me.
Let's do the Sonic CD one. Oh, it's the Japanese one though. It's not Sonic Boom, I don't think. This is really cool. Oh, it starts over. Let's start.
Yeah. Wasn't this an unlockable clip in Sonic Jam on Saturn? It's like part of the museum or something?
Oh, I have no idea. Oh, there's in the GameStack intro is on here as well.
Immortalized for all time.
Yeah.
I mean, as few of those as there are, it's amazing that ours is one of them.
I know. Well, Smoke Monster said he asked, is it Mateus to do it?
Ah.
Is it like a whole episode? It's the Game Gear episode.
Oh! I want to see the drone shot.
If it has the drone shot.
Yes, we have to see the drone shot because that's like maybe my favorite thing GameSack has ever done is that Game Gear drone shot. It's so stupidly over the top.
Well, I mean, you live out there near the Rocky Mountains. You got to get them in there sometime.
That's cool. It's cool that that's even on here. The Taco Man FMV.
Well, who's the Taco Man?
I don't know.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Try.
I'm gonna do. Should I play Cave Story? The Cave Story.
Oh yeah, let's check that out.
They've been porting it for a while. See, I didn't even get into the homebrew stuff.
Are there any like crazy Genesis Tech demos of any kind? Like doing some like crazy 3D tricks or anything?
There's got to be at least one.
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah, Smoke Monster probably know better than anybody.
I would think so. This looks pretty good. I mean, it's been a long time.
It's a good fit for it.
It's been a long time since I played Cave Story, so.
But you got the Switch version, right?
I did, but I haven't played the Switch version yet. But I mean, I played on WiiWare was what I played through, but it's been so long. This looks good.
Yeah, this is a good fit. Because I mean, it always looked like it belonged in this era anyway.
Yeah, it's kind of its own unique style, though. Like, you know, what's funny is what was is it Caro Blaster? Is that what it's called? The follow-up to Cave Story,
right?
By the same guy. When I saw that Limited Run was doing that, I had no idea what the game was. I had no idea, and I looked at a trailer, and I'm like, I can't figure out what kind of style this game is trying to imitate. And then I read, oh, it's from the Cave Story guy, and it just clicked. I'm like, okay, it does look like the Cave Story style. Like, it looks like something from this era, but at the same time, it's like a style that's kind of unlike anything else I can really place. Like, he's just got his own look.
This is pretty good. I'm pretty impressed.
I assume this is completely unofficial. Like, Pixel had nothing to do with this.
I have no idea. But either way, like, I wonder how close to being done it is.
Maybe it is.
You can save and everything.
A rarity on Genesis. Yeah, I'd really like to play through the Switch version. I remember you were playing that at Game Dave's house last summer.
Yeah, and now Limited Run is bringing physical copies of Switch games out. So I mean, that's a really cool initiative that's going to start coming out here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I pre-ordered Thimbleweed Park.
Oh, the music in town sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
The Genesis chip.
Well, evidently, Thimbleweed Park is like their biggest selling, game yet. Since they're taking pre-orders for it, and I mean that is impressive to hear because they just keep going from strength to strength.
I mean, Switch fans, I think, are pretty ravenous.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's that Nintendo crowd, man. They got a history.
I mean, hey, I'm part of it.
I'm right there with you, man. I don't want Nintendo to ever go away. Of all the three, console manufacturers, I think they make like the best, like toying with like the idea of a game. They do such a great job. But sometimes I'm in the mood for something in 4K, and that'll have to wait coming out of Nintendo, I guess. No, I don't need that, but maybe one day.
I mean, just a perfect example. I decided to get Dragon Quest Builders on the Switch because it just seemed like a good fit for it. And I was visiting my parents, and I started the game while I was there, and then I've taken it back home, and I've been playing it. A lot of it on my TV at home, and now it's looking like I might be heading up to Coury soon, possibly. And I'll continue it on the road if I haven't finished it before then. So I mean, it's just that's a perfect example of.
How could you try? I'm sure your Vita is over in the corner just crying its eyes out because that game was available on there first, and it was just as portable. That poor Vita.
It's funny. Like, I've. During the Vita and 3DS's heyday, I definitely played more 3DS, but like in recent years, like as you know, really both systems are pretty winded down. I've been playing the past like 2 or so years. I've been playing more Vita than I've been playing 3DS.
Mm-hmm. No, I got PlayStation TV, and I've been able to apply the whitelisting patch, so you can play a lot of those touch games that were you know, previously barred, and it's like, wow, that thing finally has a use now.
Yeah, I got.
Do they work? Do they work good with the PS4 controller, the touch stuff?
Yeah. I use a DualShock, DualShock 4, and you just click in on the joysticks to activate front or back touch. Now, if it was something that required like Uncharted Golden Abyss, if it required like a lot of rubbing,
right?
That's not the best. But
well,
as far as like
even on the normal firmware, you can touch the touchpad and do front touch stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know about rear touch. But I bought a second PS TV just so I would have one that is hackable, and I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. But you know, because my main PS TV is up to date, unfortunately.
Yeah, just to play those, you know, with the whitelisting, so you can pop in games that were previously, you know, said no, you can't play those. It's totally worth it. Especially because I went to Arcade Legacy, Corey, the other day, and they had a PS TV in there, $35. I'm just like, yeah. If I didn't already have one, I'd go all in, man. That's because most people just look at it and be like, what the heck is that thing? Because Sony didn't do the best job of, you know, promoting that thing.
Smoke Monster says, for a killer tech demo, try Titan Overdrive demo.
Okay. Where is it at? Is it? Oh, maybe it's in here in the demos, and here it is. There it is. Here we go. Oh, it's taking a while to load.
Must mean we're in for a time.
Yeah. I don't know what to expect. Something's gonna happen. This opens up. No, it's the robots. It's working out.
Nice.
Whoa. Epilepsy trigger right there. Whoa, here we go.
Is that intentional?
Yeah. It's the Titan Mega demo. There's a lot of build up to this. Whoa.
There you go.
No Nintendo inside. It says.
Sorry, Mode 7 ain't got nothing on us.
Well, and it's scaling right there.
Is there any gameplay, or is it just a series of?
I think it's just going to be a series of cool things, which I don't mind.
Yeah, this like flying through these balls is cool, I guess.
Titan.
This is what could have been, you know, what was that game, Experts? That was Sega's answer to Donkey Kong Country.
Oh yeah.
This is what could have been, instead of we got experts. Ugh.
Some cool effects.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Oh, Sony's selling the PS TVs on their official on their site for $20.
You're kidding, really?
Are they still doing that? Because I updated
yeah,
mine.
just buy some and hoard them, dude.
Or just
Unless,
like one.
unless they've installed new firmware on them.
Yeah, that's true. But if they're new in the box, man,
that'd be a deal.
Yeah, especially if you got the bundle that came with a memory card.
Yeah.
Now you can do a hack on the PS TV. I don't 100% know about the reliability, but I heard that it's really I heard that it's faster and probably more reliable than the official memory card. You can load over USB with the hack.
Yeah, I've tried that before. That's a real good route. And I know for if you're using like a PlayStation Vita proper, there are folks that make a device that'll click in your game slot that you can load from an SD card. Oh. And that seems to be a good workaround if you're into the the actual portable format, because that PlayStation Vita, man, that has got to be up there with the best D-pads of all time. At least the Model 1. I never played on a Model
look at
2.
that. That's pretty cool looking right there. That is really cool.
Oh,
wow.
Checkerboard thing.
It kind of reminds me of that Amiga bouncing ball demo.
I mean, this is like a screensaver, basically.
It is, but it's pretty cool.
It's cool, yeah.
I don't know how long it goes for.
Gosh, seeing all this, I almost expect max headroom to like pop
Yeah,
out.
right? Titan forever.
I love this kind of stuff. It's so cyber, you know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
When did we stop using the word cyber?
I know. For
It's
everything,
very
right?
of a time, you know? Gosh, I'm still one of those that, I like to think that, calling the internet the net could still come back around. I think that was a way better name, you know?
The net.
Why did we all agree on internet, you know? Is that Vince Cerf that came up with that?
The net.
Mm-hmm. I know there's a Sandra Bullock movie of the same name, so maybe that's what killed it.
Oh, there's an achievement.
An achievement?
I survived another Titan demo.
Oh, now you upped your Sega Genesis gamer score.
Yeah. That's cool though. I mean, it's just cool seeing the different effects. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, because this is all 16-bit computing, and gosh, we're on what 64-bit now. I mean, this is way back.
I kind of want to try this. Smell those Douglas firs. I'm very tempted to see what smell those Douglas firs.
I mean,
it's gonna be one of those videos where like the scary lady from the
by
Grudge
Limp Ninja. So I'm ready to smell those Douglas firs. I don't know what it means.
I kind of hope that it's just one of those tree air fresheners just going back and forth. That would be fantastic. And you just play Desert Bus.
This is looking weird.
Yeah.
I feel like this is gonna be like some sort of like weird Twin Peaksy thing.
Yeah, that's what happens when you smell those Douglas firs. I don't even
know what these pictures are supposed to be.
They're Douglas firs, Troy.
Yeah.
They're so real you can smell them.
Mm.
I don't, it has quite the build up. You guys smell that? I know that the Dookie 12 in the chat can smell it.
Yeah, that guy would. He's the first to smell anything.
Whoa, it's moving.
It is.
Whoa, where are we going? Where are we going?
Going to a coniferous forest.
I'm gonna back out. If I had more time, I'd watch. I smelled enough of those Douglas firs.
I'm right there with you, man.
Should I play a platformer?
Sure.
Well, there's Star Fox 3D down there at the bottom.
Oh, it's a 3D test.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's not playable.
It'd still be interesting to see.
Let's try it. Oh, look at that. I can move. I can't. Oh, I can. I can hit the button to go forward.
Wow.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it's 7, 8 frames a second. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, that just proves that would have been possible if they used the
it
virtual
started
racing
off
chip.
like
Uh-oh.
15.
The Andros cube is in Corneria. Oh, it's free roaming.
This is pretty amazing.
Yeah, trying to crash into a building and see what happens.
Yeah, it got down to 5 frames there for a second. I kill Andros. There's no sound or anything. I mean, it moves pretty smooth though.
Yeah, I mean, it can go up to 18 frames, it looks like. Which is...
I'm telling you, Genesis does.
Genesis does 18 frames a second. I mean, what does Star Fox normally run at?
It's in the low 20s, I want to say. There's actually a fun hack you can do. You can change the oscillator crystal and actually gain a few frames.
Really?
But does the game run at the correct speed or too fast?
Well, that's why you have to use the right oscillator crystal. You know, otherwise it would be just too fast. But I think you can gain a few frames per second, which you know, the way that game runs, I think it's well worth it.
What's Resident Evil?
There's a Resident Evil? I'll try that next.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's the song from Drive. That's cool. Where is it? Resident Evil. Let's try it. Try, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, it was right below that RoboCop.
Yeah, let's try.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at this! No
cannot
character animation.
I know, but it's...
She's the master of unlocking.
Yeah, it's like... Why is it Claire?
I don't know, but I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, if there was animation and she... Like, I feel like she moves too fast or something. But this is an interesting proof of concept.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this! I mean, Resident Evil was inspired by that NES game Sweet Home that never came out in America.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, this would have been a natural evolution of Sweet Home. You know, kind of this style.
You know, I mean, also in some ways makes me think of Resident Evil Gaiden on the Genesis, which I think is pretty underrated. It's actually really good. Like I think a lot of people just like assume like, oh, Resident Evil on the Game Boy Color, that would be terrible. But it's like
no, I mean it uses the limitations of the system well. It stays within bounds and it's completely playable. It's pretty fun.
Oh, it doesn't seem like there's much going on here, but it looks pretty interesting. I'm intrigued.
It's like I don't know. You look at the blood on the mattress, and it says "under the mattress, hidden body of a whore."
That's gotta be
like, how do you know?
It's gotta be something a lot lighter in Japanese.
Yeah, this is a bed. No, Smoke Monster says the guy developing this is Russian, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Why don't you go back to the main like Genesis hacks list and like see if there's like any major games that we've overlooked, like, or are there any other major Sonic hacks other than Onion Ring Sonic?
Oh, there's plenty. I think there's one where the meme of Bloody Sonic comes from.
I don't even know what that meme is.
Well, you're probably too old because I'd had to ask my niece and nephews.
What is it? Bloody Sonic?
It's probably not even worth. Oh yeah, what was that? Contra Hardcore? Yeah.
Oh, that's just the enhancement. Should I
Portal
see what it is?
Gun in Sonic 2. Oh, that sounds like a recipe for success.
Wait,
Kirby in Sonic 2?
Where were you seeing that?
It said Portal Gun in Sonic 2.
Where?
In the P's. At least I think that's what I read. S2 Portal Gun in Sonic 2. It's down at the bottom of the list.
Let's try that. Oh, so Crazy Sonic is fun. That's what Smoke Monster's saying.
Okay.
We'll try this for a second and see what this is even like. He's just carrying the gun.
I mean, true to form.
So do you use a different button to shoot out like yellow and or orange and blue? Like, where do they land?
When you hit the ground. Okay, so A shoots the blue and C shoots the orange.
Finally makes Sonic a 3-button game.
That's kind of cool.
I mean, it doesn't seem necessarily well implemented into the level, but
it's a good proof of concept. I'm sure there's at least 1 or 2 bosses that would be an advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just like constantly jump up and down on the left and right sides.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty neat, I gotta say. Bless you. All right, let's try Crazy Sonic.
Crazy Sonic. Does it need any?
I gotta hand it to those people that do, like hack videos all the time. Like I'm impressed that they can play any of these for longer than.
Yeah.
than
Sure.
A few minutes. Okay, so is it Crazy Sonic?
Crazy.
Oh, is it not in here? Maybe it's not in here. Maybe it's actually under the S's here. I thought it would be in here. Oh, maybe it's here. No? Well, there it is, Crazy Sonic. Here we go. This one looks like it's had some. Oh, it's got a bus. The music is atrocious.
This is a mashup of Crazy Bus, the worst game ever made, and Sonic.
It's so stupid.
It's really slow.
It's really slow. It's so stupid.
You know what? This is totally crazy. You know, I gotta hand it to him.
It is.
Can you like spin dash or anything?
No. I take it as kind of like a play on the desert bus.
Crazy Sonic is a weird name for it, though.
Yeah.
No, I think there's another Genesis homebrew called Crazy Bus, where somebody was trying to make the worst game ever made. So this is a mashup of those two ideas, I guess.
I feel like if you could get in a loop-de-loo, you could pick up some speed, because I saw you pick up some speed like in a little hill.
If I can, I don't know if you can reach it.
It'd be great if you
Oh,
had
you're
a
invincible.
button to stick out the stop sign on the side. You know.
Do you think this game is beatable?
Probably. Considering you can't, I don't think you can die. Yeah, because you just run into the enemies. Here's
did the spikes even damage you?
No.
No.
Well, it sounds like a real winner in my book.
Oh, they went the speed for a second.
Oh, baby. That's some Hot Wheels action.
I mean, I feel strangely compelled to finish this.
I feel like it would take a long time. Like your
there
entire
you go.
your entire day would be shot trying to beat this. Oh, you can fall off the bottom of the screen and die.
I'm gonna look this up on YouTube. Crazy Sonic full playthrough. Here we go.
Put that. If it doesn't exist, we'll put it on the B-roll channel.
For some reason,
Attack the Pixels like I can't.
Sonic versus videos.
I'm gonna do the bonus stage. Attack the Pixels says, "I still can't believe I'm sitting down watching this crap."
Oh man, I'm so glad Crazy Bus made it through Act 1.
Oh, this is the bonus stage. Look at that.
Honk the horn.
I am amused. I am amused.
Nice.
Chaos tires.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm not seeing anything that's long enough to definitely be a Crazy Sonic playthrough.
We are in uncharted waters.
Yeah. Maybe this is what we could play on a marathon stream sometime.
Yeah, it'd be perfect, if the charity is, save the children.
I mean, maybe if you don't meet a certain criteria during the marathon, you have to go into Crazy Sonic Purgatory.
I saw someone asking about Rocket Knight. There doesn't seem to be any Rocket Knight.
Any?
If there was,
I'm gonna go back to
Slam
Master System.
Masters. Yeah.
I'm just seeing what homebrew there is in the Master System. There's a lot of homebrew for it. Let's see here.
There was a Bruce Lee something. Oh, there was Mega Man 2.
Oh yeah.
Rental car.
I'd be curious what Mega Man 2 would look like.
Was it in the
on
homebrew?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's try it.
Can't believe you guys are passing up rental car.
I was hoping I have music, but it doesn't.
Oh, no music?
It's running pretty smooth, at least so far.
Yeah, the colors look a lot more saturated.
Oh,
well,
can you
I mean,
not? You
just
might
a
not be
different,
actually.
it's
Even,
a different color palette.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think.
Wait, why did it back out of the?
I don't know. I wonder if
box?
it doesn't have all the levels.
Does it not have gameplay?
It might not have any gameplay. It's just graphics.
Oh, still, that's pretty neat.
Oh, if you hit, it has the Wily level 1 theme if you press start on the Dr. W.
Oh, is it a good rendition?
That's Master System style, but it sounds pretty good.
Well, that's interesting.
That's cool. Oh, it won't let me reset. I always forget that I can't reset the... Let's see. Is there Somari? Is that would that be under hacks?
Oh,
I think that's a homebrew.
yeah. There's like a Mario in a Sonic game or something.
Look, there's always rental car. I'm just saying.
Is that under what was that under?
That was where the Master System homebrew you were looking at.
Oh, there it is. We're gonna play rental car.
Finally.
Oh, I guess Samari is an NES hack, not a Genesis.
Is not working.
I'm sorry I led you all down this path.
Let's see here. So Mari is on the Genesis?
I guess it's on the NES, is what people are saying.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna, dude. Since we're close to the end here, I'm gonna play the Streets of Rage with the Mega Man in it, if I can find it.
Oh, okay. Well, that is on the thumbnail after all. So you
Yeah.
gotta play.
Streets of Rage 2 Mega Man Edition. Sonic Mega.
Oh, there's Scott Pilgrim Edition. I did not know that
I bet you
existed.
that uses the sprites from the game.
Yeah, that seems like a good fit. As long as like the hitboxes.
I could be Roll as well.
Nice.
Well, if you press up or down, does the color palette change?
It's too late. I didn't hit it.
That's all right. I like classic Mega Man just as much as the next.
Wow, he looks huge.
He's huge, yeah.
Look at that stance.
I think it's the Marvel vs. Capcom sprite, isn't it?
Yeah, that's power stance right there, man.
Look at that jump kick.
Oh, it is? This is pretty neat.
Yeah.
Is he based on Axel's gameplay, I guess? Or is it like his own thing?
But he has all Axel's sound effects.
Yeah, he took up the Axel character slot.
Oh, he's got a knife. He shoots the knife. He shoots it. It's like his new move. It's like shoot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, shooting knives.
That's awesome. That's amazing. I love it.
I want to pick up the pipe now. Let's see what that is. Look at he like freaking like swings that thing so hard. Look at how far over he leans. He's like swinging his like he's killing like everybody with one hit. Look at that move. His belly flop. Oh, he can jump over.
Beautiful.
I think this is kind of cool. I mean, it's beyond stupid.
I mean, there are tons of these kind of hacks. I know there's Batman is in there, and Superman. You know, all the DC kind of heroes. I want to say that there's Mortal Kombat characters like Sub-Zero and Scorpion are in one of the hacks. So I mean, name a character. There's probably a Streets of Rage 2 hack out there that includes them. There's a lot of them out there. But it certainly can hold a candle to how many Sonic hacks there are.
Yeah, that is an industry unto itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should I see what some of the other character hacks are for this? Because I know that
Might
there's
as
a bunch.
well. Yeah.
There's
And
arcade
check the options
Simpsons.
to see if there's a level select, because some of these, I know the Extreme Edition has a level select in the options menu.
Let's see. How about
Puyo Wars?
How about Shinobi Edition? Streets of Rage 2 Shinobi Edition.
Puyo Wars? Okay, I'm definitely curious about that. What the heck? Is it like Puyo Puyo?
I don't know. I just want to see what the Shinobi's maybe is.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
it's
doesn't
just
look
like
this one
Max's
has the
like
level
a
select.
very bad looking Shinobi sprite. I'm surprised they just didn't take this sprite from Shinobi 3.
Is that sprite from anything, or is it
No,
original?
it's original for sure. I mean, compared to anything, like I don't think anybody could get away with having that be like official. Like, I mean, look at that stupid jump kick. The jump kick is really bad. All right, let's see what the Puyo Wars is.
Yeah.
No, looks like there's call in the chat for you two gentlemen to be in your own Streets of Rage 2 hack.
That would be funny.
I say, why not? You know?
I'd play it.
I've always seen you as like a kind of a Blaze Fielding type.
Puyo Wars.
Coury, I know that you have a whole hat collection that you dedicate just wearing backwards.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, you have this has like unlockable characters. Gotta be Arl, of course. Randar, Lagnus, Arl, and Kakun and Doppel. But it looks like you can unlock Link's.
Wait, was one of those like the Dragon Quest 3 hero or something?
I mean, they're from Puyo. Gotta be Arl. I mean, she's the only one I really know.
I don't really know any Puyo characters.
Oh. This is not too bad.
Oh, this is a bit. Oh, I love
There
this.
you go.
I love this. This is amazing.
It's almost Dragon Quest in its nature.
Watch her body slam when she jumps behind him.
That's perfect. I wouldn't change a thing.
No, it's kind of amazing.
Just rotate sprite 90 degrees and done.
Watch. Wait. I love that body slam. The backdrop. The suplex.
I kind of want to get Puyo Tetris on Switch.
Yeah, it's down to $30 now.
Is it? Like, what would the Best Buy discount be then?
23, I think.
That's not bad. Maybe I should get it.
That's the system I would like to get on. I have the PS4 version.
Yeah, didn't you get it like for $10 on Target clearance or something?
Yeah. Oh, look at the knife. I was expecting.
No, the demo of Puyo Puyo Tetris on Switch I thought it was kind of generous. Like you could play 2-player and everything.
Yeah.
The Puyo Puyo jumps out with a pipe. Look at with a pipe.
Yes.
I think this is
more
my
of
favorite
this.
hack of the night.
Wait, try. What'd you say?
I think this is my favorite hack of the night.
It's pretty fun.
And I wasn't aware that all the Puyo had, names. Like you just slayed Outcast.
Oh, that was the mummy, right?
No, that was the red Puyo. His name was
Okay.
Outcast. That was
Some
one
of
that
them
had
just
the
say R Poyo,
Yeah.
Y Poyo.
And Kato. Here's Kato. Who's this? Pereira? I don't know. I'm excited to see who the boss is gonna be.
I don't know, something about something drawn that cute holding a knife is just a little extra sinister.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get the Japanese Super Nintendo Puyo Puyo, because I didn't even realize until pretty recently that Kirby's Avalanche didn't come out in Japan. I thought it was an adaptation of Puyo Puyo. I didn't realize it completely replaced it in Japan. I thought it was just an alternate version, just like there's many versions of Tetris. I never thought it was a complete replacement. Much like Panel de Pon is, to Yoshi, or the Yoshi version of Tetris Attack, because that is, I believe, pretty much an identical game. I mean, down to the graphics of the story mode and everything. I kind of want to get that version too, just to have. I mean, they're pretty cheap.
You just really let Slick have it.
Is that there's links? So there's another one named Slick. Our Puyo.
There was a yellow Puyo named Slick.
Can I talk about Final Fantasy 11? I would if we had nearly the time.
Were you a,
you did a video
PS2 or a 360 player?
Initially PS2, and then when I got back into it in 2010, I initially played 04 to 05, and then started again in 2010. And initially I was playing the PS2 version backwards compatible on PS3, which worked kind of awkwardly, but it did work.
Yeah.
But then I switched to PC. I've never tried the 360 version.
Yeah, because I mean, you would have had to buy one of those USB PS2 memory card adapters if you really wanted to carry over your save, right?
You mean from PS2 to PC?
No, for PS3, they for a short time they sold those
the memory
PS2
card.
memory card adapters.
Yeah, the memory card reader.
Yeah.
But you don't use the memory card for Final Fantasy 11. You use the hard drive.
Okay, it's just all on hard drive. I didn't know if it dropped a save file on there.
The only thing that was stored locally was your settings and your character macros and stuff. Your character itself is stored on the Square servers, so that you can switch. You can switch over to the PC version without any issue. If you want to back up your macro setup or whatever, you could save it to the server manually, but you only it's pretty seamless.
fighting.
Well, that was good because I mean, if I put like in all the amount of hours that people put into MMOs and I couldn't do something like that, like starting over would be just a non-starter.
I mean, that's one of the reasons I like, you know, the Final Fantasy MMO concept so much, because you can change your job and change your class. You know, it's not like you're a lot of others where you're, you know, you are a predetermined class, whatever you choose, and you know you can't change it. You have to be like a totally different character to try another class.
Ooh. I saw the Mortal Kombat cheats. That doesn't seem to be. I saw someone.
The MK6 28 people hack. I mean, why would you want more than 28 characters?
28 people.
I can't even count on my fingers and toes to that many.
28 people. There's 28 people in this one. Well, what's so much better about this? Well, it's got 28 people in it.
I mean, that doesn't sound too far off from, you know, those Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis playground kind of arguments.
It's got
Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo is the greatest game ever made.
Why? Well, what makes it so good? Well, it's
got 28 people.
It's got 28 people. We got to see what it is now, right? We got to look.
Yeah.
See what it is.
Oh, I mean, that's just, you know, killing me with curiosity.
Yeah.
Better count those.
Another Glory Sun. The Glory Sun has been pretty. Mortal Kombat 6, 28 people.
That's a title screen.
They're all just like palette swaps. Oh, holy cow.
Are there truly 28 people?
Well, it looks like it has. Looks like that's MK1 Johnny Cage, MK2 Johnny Cage. It looks like he has off. Like, who's this guy? I wonder. This guy looks like. I'm gonna be this guy because he looks like. He's not a Mortal Kombat character. He just like looks really out of place.
Are they like taking characters from the movie, like that didn't even have names?
This guy. I don't know. I have no idea who he is.
Are these the characters who are from Mortal Kombat? Are they? Are those their original character select tiles on the Genesis? Because they look really bad.
I'll see if I think I remember.
No, I mean, does it play all right? It plays like normal Mortal Kombat on Genesis, or is it kind of, you know, janky?
It's not horrible. I do remember the fatalities, some of them.
Gosh, this just reminds me. I need to watch Enter the Dragon again sometime.
Let me see if I'm gonna play a different character out of the 28 people. I just love this, like Mortal Kombat 6. Like, but it only has characters from 1, 2, and 3. It seems like.
Yeah.
I know. We'll call it Mortal Kombat 6, so everybody wonders what happened to all the other ones.
28.
It's got 20 people in it.
Which
it's slowly building up to.
Yeah.
Which one is the real Mortal Kombat 6?
Isn't it Deception?
What? Yeah, Deception. First one on PS2. Because 4 was in 64.
No, Deception was 4, and there's another word that starts with. Who's this guy? I wonder. He looks like the Wolf Man. I want to be him. Oh no, it's Ninja Killer.
Yeah, don't you recognize Ninja Killer?
Yeah.
Ninja Killer.
I'm
Deadly
really glad
Alliance.
Ninja Killer's
Deadly
got
Alliance
his
was
own
4.
moves.
Deception was 5.
Okay.
And then, well, was Armageddon? Was that 7 then? Yeah.
That sounds right.
Armageddon was 7 because, like Mortal Kombat versus the DC universe is like considered 8.
Yeah.
I can't believe I remember some of these Mortal Kombat 1 fatalities. Ninja Killer win.
Man, I'm just so glad Ninja Killer has his own moveset.
Ninja Killer.
No, and is that the proper spelling of Raiden? Or Raiden?
It should be R-A-Y.
Okay, it was R-A-Y.
Well, I think they changed it between 1 and 2. Like 1 is spelled R-A-I, and then they had to make it R-A-Y for some reason.
Well, I mean, there's that shmup series called Raiden.
Yeah. That probably would be it then. Oh, Raiden is the classic spelling. Okay. So I had it backwards.
Mm-hmm.
So is it R-A-I in the modern Mortal Kombat games?
I think so.
Like those are generally considered pretty good now, right? Like the current Mortal Kombat games.
Yeah. I mean, 9?
Except for their monetization policies with the last one. I know that they were selling people like limited easy fatality tokens, that kind of thing, which was kind of lame. But as far as the fighting engine goes, I don't think people have many problems with them.
I mean, the last one was really good. I didn't play 10 or X, but I really liked the one before that because it was retold the story of 1, 2, and 3, and one and 2 especially are. I mean, 2 is the best one I think in the series, but this is before everything got so crazy in the storyline, and they knew that too. That's why they rebooted the whole thing. It's because it just got so crazy by the end.
Mm-hmm. When did it get reboot? Which one was the reboot?
9, which was just called Mortal Kombat.
Did you play that on PS3 or 360?
I played it on PS3.
Oh, so I could tell you're a big Kratos guy. That was your main.
No, I mean, I just played through the storyline, which was really well done, I thought. I should replay that. But it's funny because essentially throughout the storyline, like, so Raiden sends his consciousness back to before the first Mortal Kombat, so they could redo everything and hopefully save it from getting to the point of Armageddon. But in doing that, he like ends up like messing up everything even worse, which is kind of funny. Let's see. We'll do one more here. Should we do a Dragon Ball Z?
Oh yeah. I mean, how could that be bad?
It's the input added edition.
Boo Retsuden.
This is the limited red screen edition. It looks like. It's the special does not boot edition. It's let's try the other one. Oh, I mean, Double Dragon might be fun. Color fixes plus. We'll do Double Dragon instead. It's got a
Color
scroll.
fixes plus scroll. What?
Yeah, they fixed the scrolling probably.
What was the problem with the scrolling in the original version?
Ugh, I can't even tell you.
Double Dragon for me is always in my mind an NES game, even though I know like the Master System version of Double Dragon is considered superior, but it's always been an NES game in my mind.
I don't know if I would say it's superior. It's not great. I got it for free back in the day. I remember.
Yeah, this looks like more like the arcade than anything.
Yeah. I mean, it's it feels like it's a lot harder already because you're getting right out of the gate. You got 5 guys on you before you even have a chance.
The movement, the game looks.
Yeah, come on, baby.
I mean, this is like for the first encounter. It's like pretty intense here.
Yeah.
This is
I remember having
Impossible
similar
edition.
trouble with the Super Nintendo version as well. That's just super hard.
Jeez. The music is not great. Although, you know, the title screen and the first level theme in Double Dragon, they're kind of iconic game music, I think. Pieces of game music. No.
Gosh, I was just playing Double Dragon Neon.
Oh,
the other
amazing
day,
game.
and yeah, that game is like so misunderstood. Like, yeah, it doesn't play exactly like the original games, and people harp on it just like, oh, you know, like it's so slow and stuff. But
no, it's awesome. It's fun to play.
I love that game. Just
that's the only Double Dragon game that I really
with style.
even care about.
Yeah. But it's
well,
just
other than Battletoads and Double Dragon, I like that too.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah.
I'm definitely not
all about that 80s hair metal, man. That is.
Well, yeah, it's got
Jake
that Hoffman soundtrack. I'm just gonna see what the Contra Hardcore HP Restoration hack is.
Oh,
in the Japanese version, they have hit points.
Yeah.
So this just fixes that. Makes it more manageable.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a pretty hard game in the American version, but it's you know, fairly beatable.
Yeah.
Such a good game. I mean, it's definitely like arguably the best Contra game.
I don't know what Neo Contra running on those helicopter blades.
Yeah.
That's got to be up there.
Neo Contra's, you know, it's
talk about a misunderstood game.
Yeah. Definitely talking about a misunderstood game. That game blew me away. Like, I had no expectations for that game whatsoever. And holy cow, is it pretty amazing.
Yeah, I played it back when it came out, and I mean, it was on discount quickly. But I just couldn't understand it. I was just like, why aren't there more, you know, kind of old school looking games like this? Because everything was trying to be, oh, we're 3D action and stuff. Because that was still mascot platformer days as well.
Yeah, I wish I knew back then that I should be checking out the PS2 Contra games. You know, it wasn't until years later that I even gave them a shot. Like, I thought they were bad. I just thought they were universally considered objectively bad.
Yeah, you weren't alone in that, because that was the majority opinion.
I didn't know this
I just
could
think
use
that there wasn't
a
this
6-button controller. If you press the X, Y, or Z button, it toggles between running and shooting and stationary. Did you know that, Troy?
Yeah, well, you can do that on a 3-button controller.
Oh, really?
I think it's awkward, but you can do it. By the way, this guy, if you just stand in the center and shoot up.
Oh, really?
Well, maybe not when you've got this far into the battle, but if you are aiming up at the start of the fight, you will kill him before he can hit you. As long as you're staying in the center.
Ah.
Like the explosions will go up, but If you're in the middle, it can't hurt you.
Pro strats from Triforce.
I feel like I couldn't beat this game.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the American version is way harder.
We'll co-op it sometime.
Would you say that this is harder or easier than Rocket Knight Adventures?
I beat it before Rocket Knight. That's a good question. This is maybe harder? Probably harder.
Oh, I see how you can do that. So you can, if you just tap A while you're shooting, it'll toggle on the.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yeah, it's a little awkward, but I got used to it.
And just like, and not shooting and pressing A selects your gun. Oh, you can take multiple paths?
Oh yeah. That's
a
big part of this game. That's a big part of this game.
Does it change the ending?
Yeah, there's like 5 different endings.
I feel stupid for not knowing this.
Yeah, it's an involved game.
I mean, it just makes me think of just like, what happened, Konami? You know?
Yeah.
You guys were on top of the world.
Yeah, it's crazy that, I mean, it just let it all go.
Yeah.
I gotta say, the hover bike, the style of the hover bike in this is not nearly as cool as it is in Contra 3.
No, but check out how this spider boss is like sliding around the side of the tunnel. That looks awesome.
Yeah. Some people in chat are saying they never beat this game. This sort of
Oh, it's hard. It's hard. My go-to character is.
But I mean, I guess you finished Shattered Soldier, so this is like, you'll never play a Contra game that you'll feel like you can't beat.
Right. I mean, Shattered Soldier is, in my opinion, definitely the hardest, and that is just getting the worst ending.
Oh, look at that! It turns into running. Okay, I take back what I said. You're right. I think that's awesome. Like, how can they one up it?
Yeah, Shattered Soldier, like, even getting like the absolute worst ending where you don't get to do like the last 2 or 3 levels, like, even that is insane. Like, to even get the last several levels, you have to get like an A rank in every level, I think, which is extraordinarily difficult.
5 continues. Is the other, I mean, is there selectable continues? I mean, I wouldn't be above playing on easy for this.
Yeah, I mean,
you can be that Brownie character. He's a lot shorter, and you can like just, instead of ducking all the time, it's like he's auto ducking.
Brownie's weapons are a little weird, but he's definitely got advantages too. My go-to in this game is Sheena. She's got a really good tracking weapon.
Oh, the Japanese version has unlimited continues.
Oh, okay.
Then you miss all the story.
Fang is he has a larger hitbox, and I want to say his weapons like tend to be a little more short range type of stuff. But powerful. I think some of Sheena's weapons might be a little weaker, but they're very useful.
Oh, look at that. Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, it's like the D weapon is like spread shot tracking lasers.
Yeah.
It like combines like all the best gotcha weapons in one. It's amazing. And you get it right at the beginning of the game. Also, when that building goes down, falls down sideways, you're not allowed to run up it. You have to slide up it. Okay.
Okay. Is that's the rule?
That's the rule. You have to slide up the building.
Do all characters have the slide?
Yeah, they can all slide.
Like this? Like that? Did I do it right?
Yeah, there you did. You did it. You have to slide up the building.
Style
If you
boy.
just stand in the center and aim up, this boss will never hit you. You will kill him before he can hit the center of the screen.
Okay.
Like you just have to stand dead in the center.
Oh, look at that. Okay. That's a lot of explosions too. It's pretty intense. Pretty intense game.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's a tough call between this and Rocket Knight Adventures, but they're like easily my favorite Genesis games. Like no contest. Trying to think what would be next in line.
I think we're gonna do a video on all the plug and play, I believe. Or once the, I mean, if we could get our hands on the Zelda XP Pro one, and when Badass Consoles is out. But you know, it depends on how far off they are, I guess. At this point, we might just end up doing a mini on them, on maybe just like on the Eon, and then actually do it in a full episode in the future.
Yeah, like I think that's okay. Like if there's something we want to address sooner, like there's nothing wrong with
doing a mini on it, and then
doing a mini and then a more comprehensive episode that kind of combines everything later.
Right.
And adds additional stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we're both of us are working on PC Engine things right now.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm sure both will be referenced in the eventual proper 200
right
PC Engine episode. You know, but I really want to do a quick video on the new interface unit mod board that Voltar did, because it makes a big difference.
Yeah.
That's
like what, like a 6-minute video?
Also, I love this. The Air Police. You guys sure have good timing. They're the Air Police.
Yeah, you really can just draw a straight line from this game to Neo Contra. Like, which one was the biggest influence?
Yeah, I could see that. But yeah, I mean, I think we'll be doing, like, that might be something you should think about then, is doing like a 6-minute look at the, or 6 to 10 minute look at the Eon, and then we can address it, you know, in a more comprehensive full episode when the other options are all available.
Right.
Yeah, do you all have access to just a one with a normal HDMI board?
Yeah.
The GC video?
I
you
have
got
one,
access to one?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have one that's like that. I like to get one of the ones with both in it. The ones
GBI
that,
updates.
The what?
The GBI updates.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's a whole video, and it, like a. It's like flying around. I love this, like doing these loops and stuff. Or the. I'll admit, like this is. It is kind of scary though without playing this without life bar. But really, you put it on 10 lives and you have like equals out, I guess. You have equivalent to 3 lives in this version, I guess.
So you had played very little of this game up to now.
Right. Yeah.
Are you like surprised by it?
No, I always knew it was good, but there's a lot more to it than I realized. And it's silly, that I have it and I didn't know that.
Yeah, like the game is significantly different depending on what path you choose.
Oh. Well, maybe that would be a fun co-op stream for us to do.
Absolutely.
Like forever, like in person.
Did you know that there is like a, I guess it was delisted from mobile, but did you know, I didn't know this until yesterday, Drum sent me a link. There is a Contra 1, like an NES Contra 1 remake for
mobile, right?
For mobile and arcade. It's got like kind of dumb looking graphics, but it's also like kind of good looking at the same time.
I did know that there was something like that, yeah.
Like it looks surprisingly faithful.
I'm just gonna beat this boss and call it a night.
Yeah, this boss's patterns are kind of weird.
Yeah. Try. Do you want to post the link for Drew's thing again one last time? Like
yeah. If you, for the people who weren't here earlier, explain.
I do my spiel.
Yeah, do your spiel.
Okay.
I'm dropping the link now.
Okay. So I was part of this competition called the Hack Like Heck competition. It was sponsored by Element14.com, and they're kind of searching for the person to take over the Bin Heck show, aka the next Bin Heck. So there are a whole bunch of projects that are up on Element14.com/hacklikeheck, where they're just different portables, and I just want everybody to kind of take an interest in, looking at all the different projects that are out there. Some really great, talented modders out there, and all you got to do to vote, which deadline is, tomorrow is the final date of voting. But all you got to do to vote is on the video page. You just click one of those share to the social media of your choice links. And that's how the votes are kind of being tallied up. So, share often for the ones that you'll really appreciate. They're all great, and I just want people to, get into the whole idea of, modding electronics is fun.
What was your project?
My project was the proposal was to make Rob the Robot actually work for once in Gyromite. So let me get Rob. He is hanging out here in the back. Let me just give me a second. All right, so here's Rob. You can see that okay. Essentially, I made a Raspberry Pi portable that's shaped like an NES, and then I turned Rob into a Gyromite controller. So we have these buttons on the back here that correspond to A and B, so you can just give them a good love tap on the back when you want them to spring into action and lower those walls in Gyromite. It uses a Raspberry Pi. Oh yeah, a real nice ginger tap.
You're too late. But I was going to direct you. You instead of going to the boss, you could have gone like to the secret ending, the joke ending.
Oh. Whoops. He turns into a bull.
He turns into all kinds of things. That's funny that you mentioned coming up with creative use for Rob, because a friend of ours, this was sometime last year, I think, he came up with this, like, he wanted to recreate the Rob experience of playing Gyromite without Rob. Okay. So he made this very simple program that I can't remember specifically the details of how it worked, but like you had to, well, it's basically up, down, and blue and red, right? Like the way the game works, right?
Yeah,
if I remember right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, and Rob has to like do these commands. So, we set it up to where one player could see the computer screen, but not the TV with the game. And the other player could, I think, see both. And it started off very simple, like, you know, up blue, down red, stuff like that. And the second player pretended to be Rob, but they were blind to the game, so they had to rely on what the person actually controlling the game.
Did they have to play the game like this?
No, they did not. But the second player on the other controller, like, were blind to the game, so they only knew what to do by the other character calling out the commands on this program. But then the difficulty increased over time, so it became like not like at some points it would say you had to say red even though it was actually blue, or it would start saying like nonsense words.
Yeah, it
like,
just got out of sync at a certain point.
Burgle or whatever. Yeah, but you had to say the word. We weren't allowed to not say the words, and it would like shuffle them like every 30 seconds or something. And so like you had, so basically it was, because if you just play it with two players normally, it's excessively easy because the second player can see what they're doing. So the idea was to recreate the Rob experience, make a human player 2 a clunky partner.
It
was to make it as difficult as possible using a human. I'm explaining it poorly. But it was
I totally get it. Yeah, Rob, you know, he tried his best. He really did. So the point of my project was just to give him a second chance, you know, to be player 2.
I appreciate that. You know, I thought. I mean, I don't know if it was just those unusual circumstances that I played it in, but that was the first time I'd actually played Gyromite.
Yeah, it's like, really not that fun. It's really not.
Kind of a fun game. It's kind of fun. I went out not long after that. I love the music too.
But yeah, that was the point of my project, and there were some other really great ones out there. Like I mentioned before, Shock Slayers, where he trims down a Wii motherboard into a size that will fit inside a Wavebird controller.
That blows my mind. Is he like?
That is super impressive.
Is he taking like the chips from the Wii and making a new motherboard, or what?
He is cutting down the motherboard to where it just has like the CPU on it. And then kind of all the power regulation circuits, he's building a new one that will all fit inside of a Wavebird controller.
That's unbelievable.
That's insane stuff. Like, it's pretty impressive. But again, just, you know, check out all the projects. Vote for the ones that you really like over on Element 14/Hack Like Heck.
Yeah, I'll drop it in the chat one more time. There we go.
All right, is that gonna do it for us for this week? I think it might.
You did a good job hacking over there, sir.
I'm doing my best.
You hack with the best of them.
Yeah, I think Fat Sonic was my favorite.
That one, you know, it just totally changes the way you normally play Sonic. So it makes
it impossible. But
that too.
I don't know. I think my vote has to go Puyo Puyo Streets of Rage.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And who could forget Crazy Sonic? You know.
I'll go back. Maybe we'll do a Crazy Sonic, like during a marathon sometime. It'd be fun.
Oh baby, looking forward.
Look for a new episode midweek, probably on the Super SD System 3 for the PC Engine and TurboGrafx. Hopefully finishing it up by Tuesday, but then I'm going to kind of hold on to it for a second and see if they release the firmware to fix a couple of things, and we'll see what happens. Other than that, if you have some extra time and you have Amazon Prime, go check out Night Trap 25 years later on there. Even if you've seen it, just like slap a 5-star rating on it if you want.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's the first thing we've ever uploaded.
You're gonna get
Prime.
at least one of those from me, so you got at least one.
But I mean, if you want to let it play in the background, if you've already seen it, feel free. I mean, I don't know what to expect from it. I think I've noticed that Classic Game Room is completely on Amazon Prime now. I have no idea how that's working out for him. I haven't watched any of the content that he's put up there. But he seems to be reinvigorated in the stuff that he's creating. So it's good for him. It's good for him.
Yeah, that's always good to see.
But I mean, there's certain things that I think we could probably put more stuff on Amazon Prime. Kind of hits like a different audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'd kind of be interesting to see like what people do with it there. So we'll see what happens, I suppose.
Looking forward to it, gentlemen.
Thanks. All right. Thanks for joining us, Drew. Good luck with your.
No, thanks for having me on.
With the hack like heck.
That was the goal. Okay, just want to give this guy, just one more chance.
All right, everybody. We'll see you next week. Good night.